welcome to the Northern Monkeys Cricket Show. We're on day 3 of the test of England against Sri Lanka. A busy day for Joe Root. There's plenty of other stuff to talk about, but I suppose we might as well start with Joe Root. Can't think of anyone else better to start, really. He ended the day unbelievably 186 off 309 balls, as you can see. It was a very, very unlucky run out, Mick, but a fantastic bit of fielding from Fernando.
Well, yeah, it was. It was and it wasn't. You say that, and to be fair, it would appear to me, looking at it now, that he might not have been out. I don't know whether you're aware of what's been said. I'll just show you this tweet here.
Yeah,
from.
I think I said this to you at the start. Sorry, I said this to you when it happened, Mick. I think I did say the wicketkeeper. Is it the wicketkeeper knocked the wickets with his hand?
It appears from the footage that the ball has missed the stumps, hit the stump mic, and rebounded back and hit the stumps, which would basically, I think, by the letter of the law, mean that it's 5 runs to England and they're not out.
I mean, Wayne's the umpire, so we'll defer to Pye down there.
But looking at it purely as MCC law, bear in mind I don't know what ICC law is, and with the games being played under ICC law, then yes, because there's nothing in MCC law that allows for audio equipment or video equipment or anything like that. However, I can't comment on ICC law, and I don't know if that's is taken into account for ICC law. But I think we've got a bit of Monkeys controversy there. We could have a first.
Interesting one, isn't it?
Well, what's going to happen then?
Nothing.
What can they not do anything? Can they not reinstate him or what? Because
the decision's been made now.
It will last over though.
Yeah, but as soon as you call stumps at the end of play, then no decisions can be done retrospectively.
That's interesting, that. So what do you think happened then from it? Nothing?
Nothing.
Mick has just pulled out some controversy that the umpires didn't see. I like it.
The only thing that might happen is there'll be a clarification on the law. If there isn't already a clarification, they'll now make a clarification. This is how laws work, particularly in cricket. Something happens which nobody's ever seen before, and they make a slight tweak in the law. Is it part of the stumps? It's connected to the stumps, so does it count as being part of it under ICC law? You would hope that the third umpire would know his rules. You would hope.
Yeah, I mean,
go on.
It depends whether he's seen it first of all, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, interesting. I think.
But either way, let's say it was out. It was a fantastic bit of fielding from Fernando.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely.
If he were to hit the stumps, then yeah, it would have been a fantastic bit of fielding. Mick, you've blown my mind there. You've changed everything.
Yeah,
that's because I mean, to be fair, it's a great stop. He juggled it a little bit. That were good. Like watching a young Matt Lax doing that one. But yeah, it looked in real time like a brilliant bit of fielding. But everything that I was going to say on the subject has been blown out of the water now. Wow.
Yeah, no worries, anytime, not a problem.
Yeah. Before we talk about his innings, that's 2 run-outs in a row, Ben, that he's been given 2 run-outs. Both ridiculously unlucky.
Well, you say that. It's a lapse in concentration, in my opinion, this last one.
Possibly.
Yeah, I went this side for my earphone, Leo. I don't know. It's a lapse in concentration because he shot and he just fell forward. Do you know what I mean? Gone out of his crease, expecting it to go far, and it hasn't. I know he's been playing 6 hours in boiling hot heat. It's not easy, but it's a lapse in second day. It's a lapse in concentration. Obviously, I've seen him stretching halfway through, I think, and he looked like he was in pain. But yeah, I think it's a lapse in concentration. I think it could have been avoided, maybe. He's still unlucky, but I think it maybe could have been avoided. but it's last over. But he's captain, so he's got to set an example. I think.
I think
aren't you, aren't you?
This is their job. You don't understand. This is their whole life. This is how they get paid. This is why they get paid. This is what pays their bills. And we've got a duty and responsibility to perform for people. So that's why I'm not harsh.
You are a cruel taskmaster, Ben. I'm telling you.
It's true, though, isn't it? It's not like us going, if we went and go and play cricket and someone did like that, it's fine. This is their job. This is their whole living. You get up in the morning and play cricket every day.
Played almost 3 faultless innings. 3.
I'm just saying it's a little bit of a... It's not having concentration. Yeah, I'm not saying it's like, you shouldn't have done it. You should get sacked from the team. I'm just saying it could have been avoided, maybe. In my opinion, anyway.
Breaking news from the Northern Monkeys: Ben wants Root dropped after that run out.
I think if you look at Joe Root's face as he's walking off, he'll probably agree with Ben.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's probably why his face was as it was. I mean, it looked like he was nearly crying. But I could probably quite understand how it feels. You know what I mean? He's just put everything into it.
Thing is, that could happen in any type of cricket. That could happen in village cricket, except it won't be something like it'll be a lager.
It shouldn't have been run out. Hey?
Yeah. It could happen in any cricket. It's just more likely to be a tin of lager in village cricket. Well.
Yeah.
I just said there, Mick, it were basically a faultless innings. It was just fantastic to watch. You could see him getting tired towards the end of the day, but there was still no real wayward shots. There was that one edge which sent the first slip the wrong way, but that was the only chance that Sri Lanka had in 309 balls to get him out, which is fantastic for Root.
Yeah, it was, like you said, virtually faultless, and barring that last over there with the... bit of a rush of blood, really, in last over, weren't it? To trot so far down the wicket, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, faultless, fantastic news for England that he's in that sort of form at the beginning of such a big year. So yeah, really good.
So back to the run out. Are you saying that it was unlucky and it weren't his fault?
Me?
Anyone? Is that the decision? Like, do you think that it's unfair on him or unlucky?
I think it's unlucky.
I don't think unlucky and not his fault. I don't think you can put both of them. It was unlucky, definitely, because it's the last ball of the innings, and it was a good stop by Fernando to what should have been an easy single, to be fair, to finish the day off. Were it his fault? Probably his leg's fault. It's a bit different batting 8 hours at Scarborough to batting 8 hours in goal. So I can understand why we're so tired he couldn't turn as quickly.
I suppose, yeah.
Come on, Ben. Be nice.
No, I was just going to say that yeah.
Just I see what you're saying.
I know, but if this is one of them, if we lose by 2 wickets, I know it don't matter, but or 2 runs, then you know what I mean.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. He is the first man to get scores of 150 plus consecutively since Marcus Trescothick. I don't think he did that, but that's the company he's keeping. Trescothick was a fantastic opener.
How long ago was the Marcus?
I think it was 2006. I could be wrong. So you might be able to. I think that's right.
I don't have
it'll be a year either side, if not.
Yeah. He was looking to be the first man to get consecutive double centuries for England since Wally Hammond, about 100 years ago.
You remember that,
Hammond?
It was very unlucky because of it was overall. If he'd gone in and got 2 and then got out like that, then I think there's more blame on him. But he batted superbly, almost faultless. So there's not much more I suppose we could add on that other than hopefully that form continues because he's just been superb. The problem for Root was that nobody fancied staying with him. As we saw on the scorecard, we talked about best of a lot in this 2-match series, and he's got 28. After looking very set yesterday, Mick, he's got out early on again on the day 3, whatever it is.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything, should I? I said it yesterday at the end of the podcast yesterday that he's due a big score, and again within a couple balls, he's back at Pavilion. He's definitely coming. But yeah, he couldn't hang around. And to be fair, I mean, he was there for 73 balls, weren't he? And likewise with Butler and Don Best, they hung around. Their job wasn't to score runs necessarily, was it? I guess just to hold their end up, and they did that reasonably well. Don Best, particularly, I think.
Yeah, I thought Don Best played really, really well. Dan Lawrence Wayne was done by a bit of a stunner from Embledina. I can't remember his name now.
Embledina.
Let's call him
Embledina.
then. Lassith. That's probably a better way to call him.
Yeah. Go on.
To be honest, I think Dick Weller did a bit of a number on him with the verbals when he came into bat because he didn't look particularly comfortable at all. Having said that, he was great at playing spin, so I think that got to him. I'm not going to pass too much judgment on it. It's his second test.
Yeah.
Playing against a difficult place to play spin. But like so many wickets in our innings, there were poor dismissals, poor shots. Not enough footwork for me. Joe Root showed that you can play spin. He made Embledina pay for every single wicket he took. I think it was 7 wickets, but 7 for 142 or something like that in the end. So there were runs to be scored on there. Just some particularly lazy shots. Lawrence being one of them. We mentioned Sibley and Crawley yesterday. We'll not mention Mark Wood today because he's a.
Why? Shot.
Sam Curran again. It's just lazy shot play, if you ask me. Not enough boycott style digging in.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. Butler, Ben was ridiculously unlucky. Went for a shot, basically hit his foot, and then bounced up to I think first slip again. There's some replays. I haven't seen these replays. I've only seen the odd one or two where people claiming it hit the ground first. Any thoughts on that?
Are you going to say I'm too harsh again? But I know it's a dodgy pitch. Not a dodgy pitch, but a unique pitch, right? It's a bit of
ridiculous pitch.
Yeah. It's a bit of a dodgy pitch. We'd call it dodgy pitch, right? He's got to be expecting them balls, like you say, were a bit unlucky with these shots. We can't keep saying they're unlucky. The England cricketers, they're not, you know what I mean? They're not playing down at... Yeah, but they're not working 9 to 5 and then go and play on weekend. They do this for a living.
I know, but he's hit the ball against it. That ball could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It should be. I know. Yeah, it's just in my opinion. I don't know. It's just the England cricketers. They're not, once a week players. They train every day. They play every day.
You are the most brutal pundit this show will ever see. I love it.
How hard? He hit a reasonable shot, mistimed it. It could have hit anywhere. It hit his foot. After it hit his foot, it could have gone anywhere, and it just went straight to fielder.
I know, I understand that. It's unlucky, right? But if Root, right, let's say Root is not as good as he was these past 2 games, right? We've lost these 2 tests because of unluckiness. Do you know what I mean? There's some point where you've got to take it on the chin and say it's not unlucky and just make your own luck. You make your own luck, whether that's good luck or bad luck, I feel like. And I don't know if I'm being too harsh, but if we had got Root, if Root misses these 2 tests because he's ill or whatever, we get battered.
That's a fair point.
He's right. You agree?
Yeah. Mick?
I can't. What can you say? I can't argue with the majority of that. There's so many variables playing cricket, isn't there? That's the only issue you can't judge for the pace of the ball, the length of the ball, the what it's going to do off the pitch. All these things are so difficult to train and get trained for. So it's not quite as simple as that. But yeah, it is. You are right, Ben. You make your own luck, don't you? You're in last, being incredibly harsh. You're in very last over at game. You're 186 not out. Is there any point going trotting down pitch to go and get a quick single? What's the point? You make your own luck, and Joe Root there made made his own bad luck, I guess. But it's decision making, and it's what it's all about. It's why these people are professional athletes and we're not.
Yeah, it's about making the bowlers think, though. If Root just does the sweep for 95% of the time, he's going to do well, but he's not going to make the bowler think and play a different line or pitch it up a bit or spin it a bit more. He's got to mix up, and Root's fantastic with his feet. So to come down, I don't have a problem with the shot. It's just not, obviously not timed it very well. Maybe he should have thought how tired he is. Maybe that should have played.
I just think it's a lapse of concentration. It's hard to concentrate for more than an hour. I know they're athletes, so they're somewhat used to it because they played and stuff like. But it is still hard. They're still human. I know I was a bit harsh, but they're still human. They're going to have lapses in concentrations, and that's why they get paid massive amounts of money, because one lapse of concentration, you're out. That's why they get paid the big buck. That's why the England cricketers are not, playing for the local team.
Yeah, fair enough. He has gone above David Gower in England's most test runs. He now sits 4th on the list between Cook, Gooch, and Stewart. So he's climbing on the list route. This is the worry, Wayne. Sorry, going on to the India test. If we lose this test, I think it's probably a drawable test now. But in future, Ben's right. If nobody else starts scoring, if Root has an off day, England are in trouble.
Yeah, definitely. I know we've welcomed Stokes back for the India series, but other people are going to have to step up as well. Yeah, Burns, if he gets into the squad, which you suspect he will, needs to step up. There's been too much reliance on Root. I'm not overly worried, if I'm honest. I think the players have almost seen these two tests as a warm-up for the India series.
I agree.
And I think quite a lot of those batsmen are batting in such a way that they're treating it as a warm-up, which is wrong.
Yeah.
But I think that is what they're actually doing. So that first test in India will be the key. Because if we don't turn up in that one, we ain't turning up for the rest of the series.
No, that's true.
So we've got one more innings, potentially. We might not even bat out this the second innings, depending on how Sri Lanka get on, for people to cement a place, and particularly those in the top 3. We've got big decisions to make.
Yeah, I agree. Finally, Mick, Wayne said we're not going to talk about Mark Wood, but we are going to talk about Mark Wood's shot, because it's right out of my shot book.
That was from the Matt School of Cricketing. That one. You were aiming over the pavilion at WAF again. That's what you were doing.
I know it's a shot in the context of the game, but something about it just tickles me.
Why am I surprised? Why am I surprised that shot amuses you, pushes your buttons? Why am I surprised? Because it is just you. Yeah, I think you probably, what it is, somewhere subconsciously, you're thinking that you're watching yourself playing for England on telly.
You know what? It is very similar to him, isn't it? With bat and ball. Very similar.
Yeah.
Aggressive. I haven't seen him bowl too many beamers, but batting wise, I'm not wasting time on this. We'll go straight off a cow. It's fine.
Yeah. Or down throat of mid-on or mid-off, whichever.
Yeah. There's no need to run if you're at boundaries, is there, Alexa?
Exactly.
Can I just say, obviously, I know we're having a laugh about it, but what's he doing?
I don't know.
I'm having a laugh about it. What's he actually doing? I don't know. He was having a bet up in Pavilion before he went out.
In all seriousness, it's brainless cricket. It's completely brainless. But Wood's one of them is a bit like Stuart Broad. They just like to have a go.
Yeah.
They're not really. I don't know why they bring Wood in front of Leach. Leach should be the first of the tail enders to come in to hold station for whoever's above him. It doesn't make any sense to bring Wood in that early, for me anyway. But Embaldinia has, 7 for 132. He's the only one out of all the spinners in the entire game, including England spinners, that have got anything out. He's a left spinner, which is different to everybody else. But it's got something there anyway.
Yeah, he's definitely used the pitch to his advantage. We mentioned how England had not really utilised spin in their innings. Sri Lanka have gone the completely opposite way, and Wimbledon has just shown that there are wickets in that pitch. He's put it in the right areas, and most of the dismissal has been exactly the same, which is getting people to go for that drive and getting them caught at slip. He's set it up well every time. We keep falling for it, but you can't take anything away from those figures. I mentioned that Root predominantly was the one that made him pay runs wise, but 7 for anything is good on that pitch.
Yeah, I agree.
Can I just speak a little bit on this Mbodini, right? He's a little cheating git, isn't he? He's a little cheating git, isn't he? That's in front of the batsman when they're trying to run for quick ones. I've seen that happen twice now. What's are we doing that? Are we playing street cricket now or something?
There is a different way of playing cricket in the subcontinent.
Yeah.
This whole gentleman's approach to cricket is a very English thing, and in the subcontinent, it's not wrong. It's like being taking the wickets off as you run into bowl and stuff like that. That is just part of their gamesmanship. So although we see it as cheating, that's just natural. That's how they play cricket, and it's not against the rules. It's not doing anything wrong. It's against the spirit, but it's the spirit of the game is what the English.
Yeah,
it's not,
we use that one.
It's not a worldwide thing.
When we're not doing very well, we bring that into play.
We play the spirit of the game card real hard.
Yeah.
I'll call it there. We've done 20 minutes, so we'll call it there. Just one word answers from everybody. I'll start with Ben first. Where's this game ended? Win, lose, or England, Sri Lanka, draw.
Draw.
Nick.
Yeah, I think it's heading for a draw if we can, as long as we can bat out that fourth innings. That's going to be the tester, isn't it? Depends how the pitch holds. Day 5, fourth innings could be tricky, but I'm still thinking draw.
Good one-word answer. I like that.
Yeah, one word. Draw.
One word. Wayne, draw.
England.
Very good. I'm going to go draw as well. But we'll see.
Very good.
It's going to be an interesting few days of cricket because the pitch is going to deteriorate. Reportedly, will deteriorate massively in the next couple of days. So, thanks everyone for watching, listening. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook. Like us on Twitter. Other way around. We'll be back. And tomorrow, after day 4, will be later than normal because of other things. We'll come back tomorrow with a review of day 4. May even be a result. You never know. Things can change very quickly in places like Sri Lanka. So we'll come back tomorrow with whatever happens. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Mick. Thank you, Ben.
You're
welcome.
And we'll see you all soon. Cheers, guys.